If you've heard of the Vortex from Abraham Hicks teachings, you might be wondering what in the heck that means. Well, today I want to provide the video that would have helped me when I was wondering the same thing when I first started listening to the teachings of Abraham Hicks. So that's what I want to share about today. My name is Anna Wickham, and I help people create a radiant life through passion, purpose, and peace. And today I want to talk about the Vortex because it is the purpose of our lives on this earth. I like to call the Vortex spiritual alignment, and other beliefs call it different things, but it's all one thing. And today we're going to talk about exactly what that is and why it makes me so excited. So the Vortex is our ultimate state of human living. It is when we feel good. We feel perfectly in tune with how things are. We're not arguing with what is. We're not disagreeing with how life is showing up today, even though there's always things in life that we wish were different. We are in a state of total alignment. And the word alignment, I mean that literally. This is God's will for us and the world. And we are right underneath it. We are saying, yes, we are on board with that. If we're not in alignment, God is saying, look, here's the deal. Here's what the will of God is right now. And we're saying, you know what? I really think the will of God should be this. That puts us completely out of alignment and disagreeing with what is. When we are in that alignment and when we are in the vortex, we experience joy, passion, peace. We feel good. We feel connected. We feel calm. We feel connected with God. We feel connected with the people around us instead of feeling like, oh, us versus them. They're different than me. It's all up to me for me to make the life that I want. Or even worse, the feeling of competition. If I'm going to create the life that I want, then that means someone else is going to have to do without, because there's limited resources for all of us to share. That is a surefire way to get out of the vortex. The vortex is the place where Abraham Hicks says you can manifest the things that you want. Because when we are in a state of resistance, we're angry, we're feeling deprived, we're feeling resentful, we're feeling impatient, we're feeling angry. This takes us out of alignment and it blocks us from feeling good. Whenever we're feeling those things, we're not in a state where we can manifest the life that we want. But when we are in the vortex, we're in the best place to be able to manifest our desires because we're just in a state of flow with God. We're connected with God. And ultimately, when we're in the vortex, we are manifesting what we want, yes, but we also want what we have. It kind of reminds me of that phrase that people say that gratitude isn't getting what you want, it's wanting what you have, something like that. That's kind of like what it's like to be in the vortex, because in the vortex, we can talk about our desires and what we want, but we also are totally okay if that doesn't happen because our higher power knows better than us what's best for us. So that's why often when people talk about manifestation, they talk about, I want this or better, because ultimately we are not the one that's in control. And we don't have all of the information. We only see a certain perspective. And that's why we can trust our higher power to give us the life that we want, even if that's different than the life that we're imagining or that we think we want now. When we're in the vortex, we almost don't care whether or not we get our desires. Our higher power loves us and wants to give us our desires. And if we don't get our desires, it's only because there is a better plan for us. And when we're in the vortex, we're in a state of complete trust that everything is working out exactly the way that it's meant to work out. So let's talk about the benefits and the outcome of being in the vortex. The benefits are, first of all, obviously feeling good. When we feel good, Abraham Hicks says that we're living the way that we were always meant to live. It's impossible for us to be in the vortex all the time, but it's something that we can always come back to. It's not like the pinnacle experience of our life that we'll only experience one time before we die and it'll be like, ah. No, it's more like something that is our goal of every day. The second benefit of being in the vortex, obviously, is it puts us in the best state to manifest our desires and to create the life that we want, because we are fully connected to God, our higher power, and that is how we're able to get our desires in the first place, is through that power. So when we're spiritually aligned, when we're in the vortex, then we're able to connect to and harness the power of God, essentially, to manifest the things that we want in our lives. But the third benefit of being spiritually aligned and being in the vortex is that we become a healing balm to everyone around us. When we're in the vortex, people want to be around us because we are basically the personification of peace and love and healing. We're a positive person. We believe anything is possible. We're open to connection. And all of that makes us quite magnetic to the people around us. And also, as a result, the opportunities that exist out in the world. When we're feeling good, we don't have to manipulate other people into saying or doing something to try to fill our emotional needs. We just get to be us, and then we get to let them be them. It really is the best gift that you can give, not only to yourself, but to all of those people around you. So spiritual alignment, being in the vortex, is the goal of my life every single day. And it has actually allowed me to live my purpose and to try to be that healing balm in everything I do and everything I say. So I would love to hear below in the comments your experience with the vortex. Have you ever been in the vortex? What does it feel like to you? What did I miss in this video? And what do you do to stay there?